Hello team, welcome back to a new Bitcoin update. We are getting closer to our area of interest for shorts, so that's pretty interesting. But before going into the update, I thought to bring you a little extra today and show you two trades I took last week. One is a short from Monday and one is a long from Tuesday. Let's start with the short. These are scalps and intraday trades because I trade on prop firms. And even if crypto prop firms allow holding positions overnight, the fees are not worth it in my opinion for swings. If you want to know more about how prop firm works, there is a new educational video coming out next weekend where I explain everything, what they are, how they work, and how you can use them to your advantage. Now let's have a look at this trade here. On Monday, I did a morning update, and then before New York opened, which is my favorite session of the day to trade, I posted in my Discord Spitfire channel that I'm looking for a swing failure pattern of London high into the local 382 from today's high to today's low, also aligned with VWAP. Because of the strong move we had down, which looked to me like a 1, 2, 3, now working on a 4, I was expecting one leg down. Because this move down was pretty extended, if we use a fib extension from the high to the low, and to the high that could be wave 2 or wave B, we see that this move down was way below 1618. I think this one is either a 2618. Yes, it's closer to a 2618. So this rules out the potential ABC and it favors a 5 wave down, 1, 2, 3, 4, looking for a 5. New York opens, doesn't take London low, and it goes up right in our area of interest. Now, when I've seen this move here, I go on a lower time frame because these are scalps and I'm looking for the best entry in terms of risk reward. I waited to see a reaction. And when I see these two red candles down, pretty intentional, I enter short here with stop at the high, targeting lower prices. First of all, I was looking for a swing failure pattern of London low and previous day low. This was my first take profit, which was a 1% move, 6.6R. And if we let the price play, it goes pretty fast down here. The next area, the next take profit, would have been this liquidity point I have marked here, which on a higher time frame means a swing failure pattern of all these lows here, taking the liquidity from all of them. And if we go back and we let the price play, it goes there. Gives a little bounce after previous day low, but then goes and takes the liquidity from everything. And this was take profit 2 for a total of 9R. This was the trade. Now let's see the long from Tuesday. On Tuesday, we had this pretty ugly equal highs here. We didn't take the previous week high. And because of that, I was looking for a relief bounce. And also because we had a pretty extended move down, I was looking for a relief bounce. And for that, I added a fib retracement from the last swing low that caused a high. And I had a golden pocket here around 75K. Also a volume profile from the same low to the high. And I have a point of control right on golden pocket. Same idea, waiting for New York to open, and I have marked my London high and London low, which was London low exactly on the 618, but I waited for New York open because she likes to take the liquidity from London and then reverse, and here it goes. It was a bit sloppy here, I have to be honest, but on a lower time frame, looking at the price action on the 1 minute chart, we can see that she doesn't print a market structure break until this low here. We have this last green candle here that gives us the market structure. Let's remove the 618 so we can see it better. And the 6.5. Okay, we have our market structure break here. Using a fib retracement for a market structure break from the low to the high. This was a fib algo and price stopped exactly at 886. After seeing this bounce from the 886 with this big green candle, very intentional, I entered long here and I had a stop at the low. Pretty good risk reward. Now going on a higher time frame, I was looking for take profit on VWAP first of all, because it was already late in the session. So let's see how this plays out. going on the 5 minute. It takes some time, it was a pretty painful long. This usually happens when the move doesn't happen exactly on the New York Open. But in the end, slowly she reaches VWAP and from here starts to reverse a little, ranges and then continues the move up. But as I said, it was pretty late in the session, so I was happy with the profits. It was a 5-hour trade, pretty good for a scalp. And this was the second trade. Now, going back to today's update, let's go on a 4-hour chart and open our TA, our messy chart. Let's see what we have to update. First of all, I will hide this higher time frame channel here because it's clear that we broke out of it. And I will also hide this range here because it's not useful anymore. Also, we need to update monthly open. So let's go on the monthly chart here and we move this one here. Wow, that's a pretty intentional monthly open. We have a little wick. Interesting. Now, let's go back to our 4-hour chart. Here we have to update our volume profile to the last high and also the Fib retracement from the low to the current high, which is this one here. Let's zoom in a little. Yep, this is good. So we still have this area of 382 here and value area low, which looks good for a support. Lower than this, I don't have any interesting levels. Yeah, we do have the point of control here, but we also have all this liquidity down to these lows here. So I still prefer a swing failure pattern of all these lows into the 886 and value area low. But this one will be treated as an intraday scalp because for swings, I still want the main golden pocket from bear market lows to all-time high. This didn't change. As I told you in previous videos, we need more PA when we get closer to our main area of interest for shorts. And looking at the price action now, we can add a channel from this low here to this one here and to this high. And as we can see, price respects this channel pretty clear. And because she's respecting the channel, I can't get too bullish yet. It still looks like a correction up. Also, the price action is super overlapping. If we add a Fib extension for the main pivots as the channel, from the low to the high to the low, we have a nice one-to-one here, right above today's high, which might be a nice scalp short or intraday, as I like to play them during New York session with a swing failure pattern of the high. But for swing shorts, I still prefer higher, the same area around 85K, which now also has the 1, 2, 3, 6 for this potential A, B, C up. As you remember, in this zone, we have the 382 from all-time high here to the last low, and we also have an internal golden pocket from the last swing high to the low, and an anchor VWAP from the all-time high. So this one is a super nice confluence zone for shorts, not only scalps and intraday, it has the potential for a swing short. If she goes higher than this, then the chances increase for this move up to be a 5 wave, but again, we need to see how price develops from here. As you know, higher we have the same levels, the Fib algo from all-time high to the last low. This is pretty much it. Let's see what happens this week, and maybe we can add some extra confluences for the next one. Good luck trading, and I'll see you this weekend with a new educational video about prop firms. Until then, take care. Bye bye.